Okay, well, let's try this again. I tried this on the regular camera thing with my Asus notebook, and it didn't want to save to a place that I could easily find it. I can't even find that video link, but it's on my computer somewhere. I'm still on this thing. I'm used to regular HP computers, not notebooks. Well, first things first, since I'm recapping, I'm getting someone very special. She's the one who keeps going and growing. This is Little Miss Erin. She was born July 1st, 6 pounds, 9 ounces, 20 inches long, 10:32 p.m. Blonde hair, and we already know she's gonna have blue eyes. But, oh, and she has her daddy's birthmark. It's on the back of her head, though. But, yeah, her due date was June 28th. The 1 week overdue would have been July 5th, I think. And they induced me on July 1st. And she is a miracle. Truly a miracle. I don't know what I'd do without her. And her dad is a wonderful father. It's hard to believe that all this is happening. I mean, all in all, the birth wasn't that bad. You know, we got a bite to eat right before, but it was something light because my doctor told me, you know, make sure you don't do this on your stomach, if anything heavy, or you're probably end up serving your guts up. So, we had a little bit of Burger King. And, you know, it was, you know, they got me registered, I want to say it was about 7:30, 8:30, 1 of the 2. By the time they had everything set up, and they had Pitocin going, that was the birthing hormone, that's what they induce you with, and it goes in through your IV. It didn't take long for me to start feeling the contractions, and when I went in, I was still only 1 centimeter dilated, and so it took a little bit, and the longer I was there, the worse the contractions got. Oh my god. Once I hit, I want to say it was how about between 3 and 5 centimeters. I want to say it was close to 5. That I was to the point where there was this little rocking chair in the room, and I had my hands. I was facing the chair. I wasn't in the chair. I was facing it, standing up, kind of hunched over, gripping the armrest for dear life, my head pressed up against, you know, the headrest for the back of your head, and just screaming my head off, crying. I yelled at Kenny once. I cursed at him. I told him I fucking hate you. And once I got the first painkiller into my IV and into my system, I looked over at him. I said, I'm so sorry. Actually, it was when the contraction ended, right before they got the stuff in, and I apologized. And that was the one time, the only time where I feel hurt for the pain and all that. Oh my god, put you on a blanket before you overheat, honey. Oh, I know, big stretch. Big stretch. But, okay. Oh, George is too cute. But, anyways, once, you know, the painkiller was in and everything, oh, I was hilarious to watch. I kept complaining about why SpongeBob was screaming and wouldn't shut up and stuff, because that's all that was on the TV that they had in the hospital room. So we were watching that, and I was just like drool faced. I was gone, and then I started to be with contractions again, maybe an hour or so later, and they got the epidural set up, and I had a contraction right before they gave me the shot, and I asked the nurse right before they put the needle in, can you hold on a second, I'm starting, because I didn't want to tense up. I've got problems with my back, and it was a little risky as it was, but I told him I wanted it, and the guy didn't think it was going to be hard to get it in, and I started hyperventilating, and she walked me through everything. Jeanette stayed 3 hours over the end of her shift to stay with us to help make sure that everything went smoothly, at least until I got the epidural and was calmed down and manageable. And I can't thank her enough for it. And it meant the world to us, especially to me. But after I got the epidural, I fell asleep, and had my doctor not woken me up to let me know that she was going to check my dilation, I would have even known she was there. I mean, I felt a little bit of pressure, but I would have slept right through. She said I was about 7 centimeters dilated, and she came back an hour later to check, and I was 10, and she said, "You're ready to go." So, they asked people to leave. My dad stayed in, and so did my husband. And I was happy to have them there with me, because it didn't really hurt until her head was, close to being out. But, I mean, it was, the epidural was starting to wear off. And, Kenny he was on the left with one nurse. Kayla was on my right, and another nurse, and of course my dad was filming everything. Home video, his grandbaby was being born. But, anyways, so Ken had a hold of one foot, Doc had a hold of the other, and it got to where I was telling them when I needed to push, because I could feel it. And there was no waiting for them to say when. I was already pushing before it even showed up on the monitor. I knew. And she kept going around to make sure that the head could come through and everything. And Kenny said he could see and hear everything was going pop, 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 just skin just popping loose, and watching blood and all that, and it didn't bother him. I gotta give him credit. It didn't bother him one bit. He didn't get sick, didn't get queasy, didn't pass out, nothing. He was just as calm as, the doctor and my dad were. And when she came out, oh, I cried like a baby. I saw her, they put her in my arms, and I was just, oh God. That for any of you that are expecting and this is your first child, I am going to tell you now, there is no other feeling in the world than when they put the baby in your arms for the first time. It's incredible. And with Kenny, what made it even more special for him, my due date was, Tuesday, the 1st. And Tuesday and Thursday, Kayla was on call. Wednesday would have been coming, and we told her that Kenny wanted to catch. And she said, well, as long as everything goes okay, he'll be able to. She set up the appointment on a day that she was going to be there so that he could catch. And sorry if I've already said this, but like I said, this is the second video I've had to make. So I don't know what to recap and what to repeat. Big stretch. And okay. But yeah, so again you got to bring this little girl into the world, which was amazing. And I honestly couldn't be happy. I've yet to hear anybody say that she's an ugly baby either. And she is honestly beautiful. And she's a blessing. I tell her all the time, she's my little angel. I don't know what I'd do without her. So, yeah, it is July 13th, 2014, and it is now 1 o'clock p.m. So, thank you guys, and to all of you who were supportive and kept me calm and everything throughout the pregnancy, I want to thank you, because, you know me, I'm Miss Panic. I worry about things I shouldn't and don't need to. And having that there to keep me calm is nice. At home, at work, you know, shit at work with what we had to deal with as cashiers. One, having friends that I worked with, and two, being able to make friends with the other coworkers. You know, Donna, Dana, Phyllis, Laura, Sam, meeting up with a couple old friends we didn't even know we knew each other for a little while. Because when I first started to work there, I had my natural hair color, and when they knew me was the first time that I had black hair, and stuff like that. And just having that support was really helpful, and I can't wait to go back. It'll probably be another 2 weeks before I can, but I really look forward to it. And I love it there. It's like another family. And being able to work with people that I care about and that, can actually relate to a little bit with some things. It's nice. It's really nice. So, I guess that's it for now. Guys, enjoy your summer. See you later.